Go across your arms. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Another big breath. Fill your lungs. Reach through your fingertips. Give your fingertips a little wiggle and take it down. Exhale. One more time. Another big breath. Inhale and exhale. And just shake everything out. Get nice and loose. Good. Send your head over to the right shoulder. You want to feel that stretch in the upper traps. And then circle around to the left shoulder. Press that right shoulder down. You can massage the upper traps if you want to. Look for any tight areas. Massage with your fingertips. And circle to the opposite shoulder. This time angle your chin down to the right, diagonal downwards. Feel the stretch. Move down to the inside of your shoulder blade. And then up here, keeping that left shoulder down. Feel the stretch. Sternocleidomastoid here if you want to massage. Go ahead, look for any tight areas. And then release opposite shoulder. So head directly to the side. Press that right shoulder down. Feel that upper trap here. Get a great big massage. Then angle your chin down. So the inside of your shoulder blade. Stretch moving down there. And then turn your chin up. Get that sternocleidomastoid here. A little massage. And then release. Up. Take your shoulders, circle them around, nice and loose. Get a little bigger, involve your shoulders, a little twist through your upper torso, a little bigger. Good. A little bigger still. And then come back from around. Up. And a little smaller. A teeny bit here. And sink down. Take your upper body to the right, forward, left, and back. Right, forward, left, and back. Right, forward, left, and back. Try and get your hips to stay quiet and back. And make it smooth circles around and hold. Front, left, back, and right. So reversing the direction, back and right, front, back and right, and smooth circle around. Feeling the stretch in the side, mobilization there. And here, take your hips to the right and left and right and left. Go right and left and right and left. Forward and back, forward and back, forward. You can take it to a little squat here so that you don't hyperextend that lower back. Good. And right, forward, left and back, right, forward, left and back. And smooth roll. And then reverse. Forward, left, back and right, forward, left, back and right. Let's take it smooth circle. Good. And then back, cross your arms, inhale. Right arm down, left arm reaches up and over to the right side. Nice side stretch. Reach a little further, you'll find yourself being able to bend a little deeper as the muscles start to stretch. And let's go to the other side. Reach, reach, reach. Should feel really good. And back. And shake it on out. Take that right leg circle. Left leg circles. Right leg circles. Open up through that hip. And again, right. And left. And right. And left. Come from back behind. Here. Opening up through that hip. Good. And right. Walking forward. And right. And here. Ground your feet. Right side, take your left foot and circle. And reverse. Can you hear that? And shake it out, other side. Here we go, circle, circle, circle. That cracking and reverse. Good, feet on the mat. Take it to your toes, and down, and up, and down. Roll through the soles of your feet. A little bit of balance work. Warming those calves. Good, 2 more. Last one, and settle down. Feet hip distance apart, place your hands on your thighs. Take it to a simple squat. You can wiggle to get down, whatever feels good. Shoulders down away from your ears. Spine is in neutral. That neutral position of your spine. Weight in your heels. You should be able to tap your toes. Okay, good. A little lower if you can. Back of the neck long. Feel the warmth start to build in your legs. 3 and 2 and 1. Rise all the way up. Step to the top of your mat. Go ahead and take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Swan dive down. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And hang. And forward fold. Go ahead and bend your knees so that you can allow your spine to lengthen a little bit more. That gravity in the weight of your head, pull on your spine to separate each vertebra. And hands on your thighs, go ahead and lift up, stretch the backs of your legs, and then back into that forward fold, hands onto the mat. Walk your feet behind you and press into downward facing dog. Feel that stretch. You can pedal your feet, get your heels down a little bit more with each pedal. Nice warming through the soles of the feet. Lengthen through your spine a little bit more. Pull your shoulder blades apart and press. Your hands are spread out wide as you breathe. And then lower down onto your knees into a nice quadruped. Take your right arm, left leg. Nice spinal balance. Check your forearm, hips are level, shoulders level. Reaching your fingertips back of the neck long. Engaging that gluteal. Pointing your toes. Reaching your fingers forward and lower down. Switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Nice and long. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Nice neutral spine. And lower down, right arm, left leg. Here, squeeze. Feel the contraction in that gluteal. Reaching through your fingertips. I'm going to think about pressing through the pads of that left hand so that you don't take it just in that wrist. And lower down, left arm, right leg. Reach, reach, reach. And then lower down, tuck your toes under. Go ahead, take your knees, hike them up by about an inch and just hold. Spine is in neutral for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Downward facing dog. Press your heels down. Take one breath and then take it back into that hovering quadruped. So knees hover. Good. 3 and 2 and 1. Press back. Downward facing dog. Breath and then back into that hovering quadruped. Here we go. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. One more time. Here we go. Downward facing dog. Press, 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 press. Feel that stretch. And then back into that hovering quadruped. Holding here. Good. For 6 and 5 and 4. Go 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Take it into a quick child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Forehead on the mat. And come on up. I'm going to push right back into a downward facing dog. So here, press through your hands. Okay, so now we're going to work the feet a little bit. So I want you to think about pedaling through your feet. Okay, but then you're going to start to walk out to the outer edges of the mat. So bigger stance with your feet. You can allow your hips to shift side to side. Maybe even past the edges of the mat. Okay, and come back in. Heels down a little bit lower with each step. And then let's go back out. Side and side. So getting to the edges of the mat, allowing your hips to shift. And past the edges of the mat, maybe a little further. Getting those heels to press into the mat as much as you can. Staying strong in your upper body. So lots of work as you stabilize there. Now I'm going to start to walk back behind you. So step back and back. Keep your belly pulled in. Okay, so back and then come forward. Feeling the stretch the backs of the lower leg and go back and back and back and back and walk it forward and forward and forward and forward. Let's go to the side once again. Side and side. Past the edges if you can. Side. Drive the heels out and hold. So you're here in a wide stance, downward facing dog. Shifting whatever you need to do. Feeling a nice stretch to the backs of your legs. Lengthen to your spine here. Feel that stretch. Good. And then come back. Walk your feet back into about hip distance apart here. Now we're going to press forward and gently we're going to lower down onto our right forearm. Okay, so left forearm is supported. You're a little asymmetrical, so shift it a little to the right. Okay, so this just, you need a little bit of space for the left side. So I'm just going to scoot forward. So that left leg is going to draw a circle here. Draw a circle. Now think about that right shoulder staying strong, so no collapsing there. Your torso, your trunk is not moving, it's just that left leg. Okay, now you can start to sweep that leg around even big, make a bigger circle. Okay, so you decide how big you want to make it. Strong in that shoulder, so lots of work in the upper body as you stabilize. Circle that leg and circle. Good job. Good. Okay, remember you can make these circles tiny if you want. Okay, and let's reverse the direction of the circles. Okay, stay quiet in your hips. Just allowing that leg to move. Good. And we got 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And back down. Lower your left forearm. So both forearms on the mat here. I'm just going to take that left leg and lift up and back down. So same left leg, lift up and down. Now don't worry if your right heel is not pressing into the mat, that's fine. You should feel a nice stretch to the back of that right leg. If you need to bend that knee, that's also an option. Okay, so working the gluteal as you take that leg up and down. Don't worry about the height, do what you can. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower both legs down. Now you're going to shift over to the left, place your right hand on the mat. So same thing as the other side. You're going to take that right leg and you're just going to draw a circle to the right. Okay, so small circle or big sweeping circle or somewhere in between. Circle. Strong in that upper body. Lots of work there. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Reverse the direction of the circle. So go around. Breathe. 3. And 2. And 1. And lower back down. Place your right forearm down. Take that right leg and lift and lower. Just a little bit more work for that right gluteal. So nice and strong. Squeeze. Spine stays in neutral. Also feeling a stretch for that calf on the left side. 4. Go 3. Squeeze. 2 more. Up. And last one. Up. And lower down. You're going to take it right into a plank on your toes or your knees. Strong. Belly pulls in. That core is supported. Back of the neck is long. Just hold here. Good. Yeah. Strong. Beautiful. Good. Got 30 more seconds. Breathe. You can do it. Strong. I can hear the wind chimes. Good. Got about 10 more seconds. Got 5. And 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lower it down. Go ahead and separate your knees and allow your torso to settle between your thighs. Rest it out here. Good. And roll up through your spine. Go ahead and shake it on out. Good. Let's take our legs and swing them around. So out here. Good. Place your hands behind your thighs. Lift all the way up in neutral. Take a breath, inhale. Then exhale slowly. Lower your spine onto the mat. Take it into supine here. Settle down. Spine is in neutral. Just a little arch in your lower back. Front of the ribs are pressed down. Core is engaged and hold. Feet are about hip distance apart. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips up by about 1 inch only. Okay, so hips up, lifted 1 inch only. Place your spine in neutral and hold. Okay, you want to engage that core. So, good way to check. Pinky fingers on your hip bones. Thumbs the bottom of your ribs, and 3 middle fingers scoot in toward your belly button, and just press those 3 fingers in toward your spine, okay, just lightly. Then against those 3 fingers, go ahead and press, engage your abdominals, your deep abdominals, against those fingers. So press against just lightly. So about 10% of your maximum. So it's a light contraction here, and that should approximate core. So just hold your core here, engage. Hips are just lifted by about 1 inch, just holding. Shoulders are relaxed. Engage that core, that light contraction. Good, good. And slowly scoot your feet in, a little closer together. You can keep monitoring that core if you want, or you can place your arms down by your side. Okay, modification is to lower your hips down onto the mat. Now we're going to take that right leg, we're going to extend up to the ceiling, lower it down, and lift, keeping that core engaged. Okay, so remember, modification, arms down or hips down on the mat. Okay, so down and lift. If you need to bend that knee, you can. Just down and lift. So never allow that right hip to fall. It's level with the left and lift. Good. Down and lift. That left foot is pressing into the mat, so you're going to feel the glute on the left side on fire. Down. Shoulders are relaxed. Down and lift. 4 more. Down and lift. 3 more. Down and lift. Last 2. Down and lift. Last 1. Down and lift and hold. Okay, so if your hips are lifted, you want to add another layer. We're going to take our hips and just going to pulse by about 1/2 inch pulse and pulse. Right knee can be bent if you need to, and just pulsing up, squeezing that gluteal, that hamstring. Spine stays in neutral. Try not to flex that lower back. Pulse and pulse, pulse and pulse. That core is engaged. Hup, hup, hup. Go hup, hup, hup. For 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. You can lower your spine on if it's lifted. Replace that right foot down. Okay. Left, lift your hips up 1 inch if you want. Okay, optional. Engage that core. Take that left leg up to the ceiling and lower down and lift. Okay, so hips are lifted by about 1 inch or on the mat. Engage the core. Hips stay level. Down and lift. Down and lift. You can bend that knee if you're tightening your hamstrings. If you're tightening your hamstrings as you kick up, it tends to flex that lower back. You want to keep that lower back in neutral, that little arch in that lumbar spine, that natural curve. Hip, down, and lift. 4 more, down, and lift. 3 more. Last one. Hold this lift here. If your hips are lifted, take it to a little, tiny little pulse. Pulse, driving that right foot into the mat. Keep your spine in neutral at all times, feeling the warmth of that right gluteal, right hamstring. Pulse and pulse. Shoulders stay relaxed. Hup, 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 hup. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower it down. We're going to take the left leg, cross it over the right. Okay, either here in like an eagle pose, if that feels good, or you can cross it against the thigh here. Okay, so cross, feel a little stretch for the gluteals. And then you're going to take your hands behind your head and take it to a crunch. So a couple options. You can keep your feet on the mat here, or with your foot on your right thigh, okay, eagle, or you can take your lower half and lift. You can even wrap that left foot under that right if that feels good. Up and down. So nice abdominal work here. And crunch. And down. Keep your elbows wide. Good. And remember, option to keep your feet on the mat and crunch. And down. Let's go for 6 more. Nice and tight. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Settle it down. You're going to just let your legs shift over to the right side. Okay, so we're going to work the obliques a little bit. Sorry, I'm getting a little cramp. And then take it to a little lift here. Working the obliques. And down and up and down. Okay, so up and down. So your left hip is lifted and down. Good. Your upper body is reaching directly up to the ceiling. Your lower body is twisted slightly to the right. Obliques. Good. 5 and 4. Go 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Send it back to the center. You're going to wrap that right leg over that left. Okay, so again, in that eagle twist pose, or with that right foot on that left thigh. Okay, so whatever feels good. In the process, you should feel a stretch for that gluteal. Okay, just lift up and down. So getting the rectus to start, and down if you want to. Lift that leg up off of the mat. Up, having a little resistance. Okay, there. Or that eagle pose here. Up, and down. And lift. And down. Good. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then slowly let your legs fall to the left slightly, and then lift up to the ceiling. So getting the obliques on the right side. So lift and down and lift and down. Squeezing through that side for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Good. And 2 and 1. And release. Uncross your legs. Go and stretch it out. Fingertips rise up above your head. Point your toes. Release through those abdominals. Very nice work. Good. Then go ahead and bend your knees. Place your hands, take your hips, lift up into a bridge, okay? You're gonna take your shoulder blades and walk them together. You can interlace your fingers under you and lift your hips up to get a bigger stretch for the abdominals. Okay, so just holding here. Pull your shoulder blades together even more to get a bigger stretch, bigger lift. Okay. And then go ahead and separate your shoulder blades. Keep your hands under your seat to force a pelvic tilt. Upper body lifts, so bring your knees into your chest and hold. You can extend your legs out at an angle or up above for modification. Okay. So you're just gonna hold here. Externally rotate your legs and tap your heels together. Tap, 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 heel taps. So if your legs are up to the ceiling, tapping here, down, tapping, 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 tapping. Now if you want, cross, 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 cross. Ooh, my toes are cramping. Good. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold steady here, wherever you're at, maybe here or closer to vertical. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into your chest. Go ahead and draw some circles with your knees. Okay, still working the abdominals. I know this is a large set or long set. Left leg up to the ceiling or down. And you're gonna lift up, left hand behind your head. Right hand presses against that right thigh. Okay, so here, just gonna press against that thigh as you lift isometrically. Just hold. So your right hand is pressing against that right thigh as you lift. Press, press, press. And then feel it deep down in your abdominal wall here. Press, 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 press. Press a little harder, going for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And switch. Right hand behind your head, left hand on that left thigh. Press and hold. Press, press, press. Press nice and strong. Good. 4 and 3. Harder. 2 and 1. And release. And lower down. Knee circle. Very nice. Another stretch. Fingertips above, toes point, and stretch it out. Okay, let's roll over to the side here. Okay, so I'm going to place yourself all the way on your side, my left side. Okay, so a couple options. Extend your legs straight. So first option is to contract through the side of your waist as you lift the top leg up. So up and down, up. So your right hand in front of you to help lift your upper body up and down. So this is one variation. Next variation is to place your hands together like in prayer. I'm going to press that top hand against the bottom and down. Make sure you have some padding under that bottom arm. And up and down. Shoulders stay away from the ear and down. Go up and down. Up. So that waist, that outer thigh, shoulders, arms, everything working. 8 and down. Go 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. Go 3 and 2 and 1 here. I'm going to place that front leg in front of the bottom. Okay, so we're going to work the inner thigh. You can go ahead and settle your head on your top arm. I'm just going to lift nice and easy. Up, up. So inner thigh of that left leg, lifting up, up, up. So a little pause for that outer thigh glute of the right leg. We're going to pick it up in a moment. Good. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that bottom leg, that left leg, top leg. Now you're going to lift up. Hold here at your highest top of the range. Take your leg internally rotate and external, internal and external, internal and external. So you're rotating through that hip socket in internal. So knees down and up, down and up. You should feel the fire in that outer thigh, that glute meat. Good. And down and up and down and up. Internal, external. 4 more. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Now you're going to bring it halfway down, half of the range. Okay, so same thing, internal and external, internal and external. Turning at the hip. In. Good. In. And in. Internal and external, internal and external. Feeling that glute, outer thigh. 4 and 3 and 2. Got one more level down here, and then we're going to do one more round. Okay, so down here, internal and external, quite low. Okay, so maybe not as much range in that external rotation. In and out, in and out. Good. In and out. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. Take it all the way back up. Okay, so a little fatigue there, so do what you can. Internal and external, internal and external. Hips stay vertically aligned. Internal and external, internal and external. Woo! For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Halfway down, go internal and external. Internal and external, internal, external. And of course, if this rotation is a little too much, you can just hold it statically. You'll get a lot of work there, even holding it statically without the rotation. If you're doing the rotation, let's go over 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back to level, internal and external. Whew. Good. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower it down. You're going to prop yourself up to your forearm and right away hike yourself up into a side plank. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me a little better here. Side plank. And make sure that bottom shoulder is above that elbow. I'm just going to drop the hip down and up. So get the side of the waist a little more intensely down and squeeze, down and squeeze. If you want to, you can stagger your legs, straight legs down and lift, down and lift. Good. Down and lift. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold steady, so nice and aligned here. Okay, just hold it here. Lots of work, head in line with your spine, or if you want, take that bottom leg and kick out and hold. If you want, top arm out here, then just hold it for 10 and 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And come on down, very nice. Come on up, go and shake your baby out. Excellent. We're going to go right into the other side. Okay, so here we go on this side. So first thing, top arm in front of the sorry, a little squished here. Here. And then we're just going to lift that top leg up and down and up and down. So I'm going to turn a little bit. Up and down and up and down. Good. Up and down. Now if you want to, just like the other side, prayer hands and down, press and down, shoulders away from the ears, stay strong. Good. Up, down, 8 more, and 7 more, and 6 more, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross that leg in front. Here we go. And lift up, up, inner thigh. Just nice, easy on the brain as well. Lift and lift and lift, lift, lift. Good. Nice work. We're 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Lower down, bend the knee, take that top leg, lift. Top of the range. Okay, so you just went in the top of the range here. Top of the range here. Okay, internal and external rotation of that leg. So knee in and out, in and out. Hips stay quiet, in and out. And again, if this rotation is too much for you, just hold it steady there. You're going to get a fire in that other thigh. Okay, good. In and out. Nice. Rotating in and out. Good. 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Go 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Halfway down, internal and external. In. Good. Good. 8 more. And 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Down low. Internal and external. Okay, it doesn't have to be a big rotation. Okay, just a little. And of course, always optional. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Back to the top Internal and external. Whew, I feel it in the leg. 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway, internal and external. Breathe. Great job. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down low, internal and external. Good. 8 and 7. You can do it. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Woo. Side plank. Up here. Lower down and lift. Working the side waist. Down and lift. Hey, if you want to, extend your legs out. Down and lift. A little bigger range. Contracting through that waist. Ooh. Pause, crunch. Down and lift. Down and squeeze. Down and squeeze. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold steady here on your knees or feet. Take that arm up, and if you want, bottom leg extends for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on down, very nice. Come on up. Go ahead, shake out your arms, shake out your upper body. You can massage those glutes. A little pound. Very nice. All right, let's come on. We're going to do some standing work. So come on up. Here. I want you to place your feet in parallel, about hip distance. Okay. I want you to take it, inhale and exhale. Take it to a squat and hold. Okay. So just like a Denny squat, not too big. Belly is in, spine is in neutral. It'll hinge through your upper body. Make sure your knees are above your feet. All those form checks. Weight in your heels. Okay. We're going to start to take it to some walks. Okay. I want you to try and keep your hips at the same level. So step and step, step and step. Back here. So we did something similar in down dog. Okay, but we're stepping out with our feet and standing, in and in. Good. And step up and up, out and out. Go out and out and out. In and in. Sorry. And back here. See if you can drop your hips down a little lower. Same level of hips. Walk out, 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 and out, and out, and out. Back in, and in, and in, and in. Back to parallel. Again, a little lower. Out, and out, out, and out, out, and out. Back in, and in, and in, and in. A little lower. Go out, and out, out, and out, out, and out. In, and in, and in. Last increment. We're going to lead, going the opposite direction. Out, and out, out, and out, out, and out. Back in, and in, and in, and in. Take it on up. And release through your legs. Good. Okay, now feet are parallel. We're going to work the calves a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take it to our toes. Up, and down, and up, and down. So nice and easy. Just lifting up, more down, and up, rolling through the soles of your feet, onto your toes, and down. Sorry, try and keep the control. And down, up, and down. Let's go a little faster if you want. Pulse and pulse. So knees are straight for these. Pulse and pulse and pulse. Good job. For 10 and 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lower down. Now bend your knees here. Now we're going to pedal our feet. So, and switch, and switch, and switch. With your knees are bent onto your balls of your feet. Good. And see if you can sink those hips down a little more. Keep them at the same level. Hip and up. Good. Woo. Up and up. Maybe a little lower. For 10 and 9, 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Keep the hips low. Now here's the balance challenge. We're going to see if we're going to pop the heels up and back down. Go pop up and back down and up and back down. 4 more and 3. Hips low. 2 more. Hup. Last one. Hup. And lower down. Very nice. Come on up. We're going to shift the weight over into the right foot, bend both knees. You're going to send that left leg back. Okay, so I'm just going to angle a little differently so you can see upper body angles. Take that left foot and you're just going to push back. I want you to feel the fire in the gluteal. Push back and back and back. And press and press and press. Spine is in neutral, core is engaged. Press and press. Feeling that left gluteal. Balancing on that right foot. And press. Spine. Watch that lower back. Try not to hyperextend. Keep it in neutral. Bend is at the hip. Press and press. Maybe you can bend that right knee a little bit more. Press. Squeeze through that gluteal. Press and press. Go for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So right away, you're going to extend that leg out to the side. Take your arms up and form an X with your body. I'm going to pivot so you can see me. So form an X with your body here. Good. So challenging your balance. Now take that left leg and draw a circle. So even bigger challenge. Beautiful. 2 more. And last one, go ahead and reverse the direction, circle around. 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. Take that left foot onto that right thigh. Take it into this figure 4. Stretch that glute. Nice. Balance. Sinking down. Feeling that stretch. Nice work. And come on up. Shake it on up. All right, we're going to do the other side. So ground your left foot this time. Okay, take your right leg. Bend to the knee. I'm just going to press that right foot back. Okay, so little at an angle so you get that glute. Here, up. So you're bending at the hip. Okay, so getting that hip extensor here. That glute. Gluteus maximus here. And press. Lots of balance. Core is engaged. So you can bend that left knee a little bit more, firing up that quad. And 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right away, that X with your body. Lean a little bit more to the left if you can. And take that right leg and draw a circle. Challenging your stability. Slight bend in that left knee. And then reverse the direction of the circles. Great job. 3 and 2. And take that right leg, place it onto your left thigh, and hold it here in figure 4. Feel that stretch in that glute on the right side as you work balance as well. Sitting down, sending that seat back and breathe. Pressing that right knee away. Feeling that stretch should feel really good. 3 and 2 and 1. And come on now, go ahead and shake everything out. Good job. Steady ground here. So we're going to do a little bit more of the waist, work for the waist. Okay, I want you to ground your right foot. Let that left foot dangle, bend both knees. Okay, so you're going to try and not bend at the hip, only at the waist. So take that left hip, lift up, squeeze, contract through that left waist, and then lower down. Up and down. Okay, so that it's purely a side bend here. And up and down. You can bend that right knee a little bit more. And down. Good. Up and down. Nice. Okay, now we're going to try something in a bit. So crunch. 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Now we're going to take that hip. We're going to think about drawing a circle. So up and back, and up and back. So you're involving the rectus abdominis muscles. Good. Try and drive with that hip, not that leg. 2 more, and 1 more. Excellent. Let's reverse the direction, balance it out. So that hip, not that leg. So it's a tiny movement. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And really slow it down. So that right leg is aching. Working a lot as you support your balance, your body. Okay. Here, let that right foot dangle, leg dangle. Okay, so bend both knees. Take that right hip, lift up and down. Squeeze through that right waist. Good. Up and level, and up and level. 5 more, up and down. 3 more. 2 more. Okay, try not to draw it with your leg. It's with that hip bone. So again, it's tiny. 4 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse the direction. Go. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Good. Nice work. Shake it on up. We're going to take it down to the floor. We're going to place ourselves in quadruped. Okay, so once again, quadruped. Extend your left leg back behind, right leg grounded. Take that left leg, point the toes. You're just going to bring that leg to the side as you look over that left shoulder. And then bring that leg over to the right as you look over that right shoulder. So get a side bend as you do this. And back. We're going to take it slow. Okay? So over to the left. You can bend that right elbow and lean to the right slightly. Bring that leg to the right as you look over that right shoulder. Nice stretch. And 3 more. And back. Last 2. Forward. And back. And last 1. Forward. And back. And lower down. You're going to take that left leg now to a straw circle. Okay, circle. Okay, so just memorize this circle here. We're going to think about the top portion of that circle. Okay, so you're going to end at the top here, and we're just going to mark that top side of that circle by creating a half circle, forward and back, with the knee, forward and back. Try and keep height in that left foot. Try not to let it dangle. Forward and back. Good. And forward and back. Oh, lots of glute med work today. 3 more. And back. Last 2. And last 1. Here we go. And back right into the other side. So ground your left. Take your right leg back behind. Swing it over to the right slowly as you look to your right toes. And then swing it back over to the left as you look over to the left. And to the right. Leaning slightly to the left if you need to look over that left shoulder. And again here. And then over to the left. 3 more here. And back. Last 2. Here. And back. 1 more. Here. And back. And lower that leg down. Mark that circle over to the right side here. Memorize it. And then hold that knee up at the top. And we're just going to mark that top portion of the circle with that right knee circle. Draw a half circle. And back. Good. Forward and back. Try not to let that foot lag. Just join that half circle. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And back. And lower back down. Place your forearms on the mat. Okay? So like so. Tuck your toes under. And hold. Shoulders strong away from the ears. Take your knees and just hike them up off of the mat. Just by a little bit. So they're just hovering above the mat, getting that core to engage. Check your form, shoulders away from the ears. Back of the neck long. Okay, so here, hold it, or if you want, take it to a little march with your feet, keeping your thighs together though. And hips above the knees. Okay, that march is optional. Try and get the knees to stay close to the mat. If you're marching, let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold. Now, if you need to settle your knees down, that's fine. If you have them hovering, take them apart and together, apart and together. Go apart and together, just gliding along the mat. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Lower down, place your forearms on the mat, hands out in front. You're going to press your hands into the mat like so. Okay, and then just take it to a little march with your hands. Good. And press both hands flat into the mat. You're going to press the palms of your hands and lift all the way up. You're going to take it to a plank on your knees or your toes, and we're just going to hold it strong. Your hands are spread out wide. Shoulder blades apart, back of the neck long. Legs are together. You want to squeeze them, engage your glutes, fire your belly, core, and hold. Nice and strong. Try and press through the pads of your hands so you don't take it all in your wrist. Holding, got another 30 seconds. You can do it. Almost done. Good. Whew. Nice. Strong. Squeeze those glutes a little more fire there. 15 more seconds. Breathe. There we go. 5 more seconds. 2 and 1, and release. Lower down. Separate your knees and allow your torso to settle between your thighs as you rest it out in child's pose. Come on up. Hey, stretch out those arms. Take your right arm, circle it back behind you. Follow your gaze with your fingertips with your gaze. So you circle, opening up through that chest, releasing. And other side, left arm back. And 2 more. Circle, big circles, follow your fingertips. And 1 more time. And back and release. Good. And shake out your arms, circle through your wrist. Good, and reverse. Now take your thumbs, press your index, middle, pinky, pinky, ring, middle, index. And 1 more round. And flick your fingers. Good, and continue rotating through your wrist. This time take it up above and over to the side. Hold, right palm up, left palm to the back. And switch, rotating through that shoulder socket. It's really good. Both arms face forward. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug. Press both shoulders down. Open up to that back. And on the way down, lower your head to your right shoulder. Press that left shoulder down. Little wiggle, rotate, whatever feels good. And then release. Send over to the opposite shoulder. Right hand down, right shoulder down. Wiggle, release, rotate. Breathe. Good. And back up. Nice. Go ahead and rotate to the right side. Want to stay nice and tall through your torso. And switch. And interlace your fingers. Go ahead and tuck your tailbone as you lift all the way up. Release. Interlace your fingers. Go ahead and push back. Lift your arms up. Stretch out through that chest. Shoulders stay down. Breathe. Good. Nice. And then release. Shake it on out. Go ahead and scoot over to the right side. Grab onto that left foot or ankle. Tuck your tailbone under. Stretch out that quad hip flexor on the left side. Good. And then bring that leg around here and try and settle in happy cow. So try and get that glute stretch. Hey, if this is too much, you can always fold that leg over the thigh and stretch up the glute this way. Okay, good. Good, and lean over to the left side, grab onto that right foot or ankle. Tuck your tailbone under for that stretch. As you breathe. Good. Bring that right foot around, leg around, over that left thigh. In happy cow, like so, getting a glute stretch on the right side over. Cross it over that thigh and press forward. Whatever feels good for you. Breathe. Good. Extend your legs long. Let's stretch out those hamstrings. Lift up tall. Fold forward like so. Or press back, lifting your chest up. And you want to keep a nice upright spine as you hinge forward. Stretch. And flex your feet. Hold. Breathe. As you sink down lower. And slowly roll up your spine. Take your foot to circle each direction. And other side, circle. And reverse. Shake it on out. Good. So I'm going to finish off, as always, with our 2 final breaths. Anything you need to get rid of, do so this moment. Here's your chance, okay? Big breath, inhale. And exhale. Let it all out. Shake every last bit. Breathe. Hands together. Slowly, as you ground yourself, bring your hands to heart center. And we say namaste. And we're done. Woo-hoo. Great job. Hope you're doing well. Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.